I may see people look at me in admiration, in suspicion as an other, or in awe. What is that dot on your head? What does it mean? Since I was a kid, I've found myself explaining what I knew the Bindi to mean. Was it an expression of my Indianness being a female, or an awakening? Or was it consciousness peeking from my third eye, or rather, beauty over spirituality? Maybe it was all, but I did notice that generally I wore the Bindi occasionally, usually just in traditional attire, which made me inquire, was I only connected to my Indian side then? Did I wear the Bindi simply because of heritage and glamour? For the pride that I felt when I looked in the mirror? Or did I truly feel complete when my two eyes did meet the center of my forehead? I understood I had much to discover, not just to apply because of tradition, habit, or a beauty cover. My mother, one of so many, came to this country, specifically Jersey. Why is it that both Indian women and men had to cover their appearance, otherwise they would have been targeted from a distance? The dot busters claim these Indians are a people who don't fight back. Therefore, you'll find that they're easy to attack. These dot heads are easy to tell apart. Just gaze around and you will find your mark. That which is strange to another is at times hard to swallow. But must one really be so shallow as to simply degrade and hate, but not allow their self to educate? Why is it that when my mother first arrived after marriage, where she had left her country, her family, her heritage, she was advised to set aside her attire, her saris, her kurtas, her clothing of desire? She was told especially to set aside her bindi, the expression of her culture, her marriage, basically her identity. Otherwise, if she denied, she may be another target of their violent scrutiny. That simple dot for her is beyond just a symbol. For her, she says, it means a connection to her roots, her husband, and most importantly, herself. Why under fear and caution must they remain when it's okay for others to display for fetish gain and fame? While to those who have worn it since birth, who feel wholesome by its worth, feel troubled to adorn that which they have always worn. Why is it that when we apply our own bindi, it's ridiculed, degraded, another point of mockery? Yet when it's stripped of its meaning and plastered in pop culture, it's idolized and considered a creation like no other. When one applies because it's cool or exotic with neglect rather than that of respect, for the purpose of wanting praise and attention, and not the kind of recognition that dives deep within the self. There's nothing wrong with partaking, but don't cherry pick the parts to you that feel sexy, salting ignorance on the wounds of other people's suffering. For some, it may be a display of mere decoration, an addition to jewelry, attire, or pure adoration, but there is a history beyond that of fashion, which detaches from physical attraction. I may not possess a mirror, but can I wear it without vanity? And when I look and see it on another, that becomes my point of reflection. I acknowledge I see you, and you see me. Compassion for another, a complete stranger as a loved one would be. I now see all of that in the bindi. I smile at myself as I apply the final touch of the bindi with my finger when I look in the mirror. For me, its meaning is ever evolving. There may be no perfect way of truly knowing, but the significance is to allow my soul to keep growing. The bindi is meant to have me question the intention behind my every action, to share, embrace, and appreciate, not appropriate. For me, the bindi is a reminder of inward progression, and not just some sticker of external decoration.